Alrighty guys, so I'm just going to do a very quick tutorial of how to join the squares for the wildflower blanket. Now, because of how quick this tutorial is going to be, I'm just going to show you quick examples of how to join these 4 squares, and then you'll be able to repeat those steps depending on how big you want your blanket. Now, you will want to have your same hook, your I-9 hook, and you're going to want your whatever worsted weight yarn you're going to use to join. You could use the same color as your solid squares. You could use something completely different. It's completely up to you. You're just going to want worsted weight yarn and your I-9 hook. Now, to start, I'm going to actually just start off with my solid square. And what you're going to do is we are actually going to crochet around 3 sides. And this 4th side we will finish at the end. So to start, we are going to attach our yarn in the chain 2 space, or in the corner space, and then we're going to chain 2. That counts as our first double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet 1 more time into that chain 2 space. Now what you're going to do is you're going to skip 2 stitches, and then you're going to double crochet 3 times into the 3rd stitch. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. And then you're just going to repeat that where you skip 2, double crochet 3 into the 3rd stitch. You're going to repeat that across. So skip 2, double crochet 3, then skip 2, double crochet 3, and in the final you're going to skip 2 and you're going to double crochet 2 into the corner space. The reason you're going to double crochet 2 is you want to keep the increases matching the increases for this specific square, and if you increase to 3 stitches in the corner, it makes, I've noticed it makes it curl and it makes it wonky. So if you do 2, it lines it up just perfectly. So we're going to chain 2 for the corner, then we're going to repeat those same directions all the way across. So 2 more double crochets into that chain, into the corner space, and then you're going to skip 2, double crochet 3 all the way across. And I will be back when this side is done. Alright, so we have 2 sides that have our joining method on them. And remember, you finish with 2 double crochets in the corner. We're going to chain 2 again, and we're going to do this 3rd side, and it's going to be our final side before we actually start to join the other squares. So we're going to double crochet 2 times into that corner space. We're going to skip 2, double crochet 3, skip 2, double crochet 3. Remember, all 3 of those double crochets are in 1 single stitch. Skip 2, double crochet 3, and finally skip 2, double crochet 3, and then we'll just have the corner. Now we're going to double crochet twice into this corner space. And then what we're going to do is we are going to chain 2. And now we're going to bring in our next square. So what we're going to do is that chain 2 is going to allow us to have a little bit of space, a little bit of wiggle room, so that way it'll be easier to attach this next square. So you're going to kind of let this one go for a minute, and you're going to chain 2. Oh, you've got our chain 2. We're going to double crochet twice. Alrighty guys, so after you have double crocheted 2 times into the corner space, you're going to chain 2. And in between your 2 double crochets and your first 3 double crochet cluster here, you're going to insert your hook top down. This is next to the first square. Then you're going to reinsert your hook into the loop and pull through that space. So this will allow it to attach correctly. So then you're going to skip 2 stitches and you're going to double crochet 3 times into that stitch, just like before. Chain 2. And then you're going to insert again through the top down, reattach your hook, pull it through. And that's what you're going to do between every single double crochet 3 cluster. So you're going to skip 2, double crochet 3, chain 2, insert your hook into the next space, reattach your hook, pull through, skip 2 and double crochet 3. Chain 2, insert your hook into the next space on the first square, reattach your hook, pull through, then you're going to skip 2 on the second square, double crochet 3. So this is how you will attach every single square as you go. So every single time that you want to attach a square, you first will do the just normal skip 2, double crochet 3 along the first square, and then you will go back up and attach in this manner. Alright, we've double crocheted 3, so we're going to chain 2, insert our hook, reattach hook, and pull through. And then for this final one, just like before, you're going to just double crochet 2 into the corner space. Then you're going to chain 2, just like before, and you're going to insert your hook in the corner. You're going to pull through, so make sure that they're attached at the corner. Then you're going to double crochet 2 again into the chain space, and you're just going to repeat the same pattern as before, where you skip 2, double crochet 3, and you're just going to do this because I'm only attaching the 4 squares. I'm just going to do it across the top, so that way I can show you how to end it. If you were going to attach more squares, you would go ahead and repeat this pattern all the way across the top and then across the side, and then you would repeat this attaching method, this joining method, along the next side for however many squares that you wanted. But I wanted to make sure that I could show you how to end it beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and finish along the top, and then I will show you how we're going to attach the next row here in just a moment. To go ahead and attach along the top, make sure that you've finished your double crochet 2 in the corner space, and then what we're going to do is you're going to chain 2, and I actually find it's easier if you kind of flip it around. This will just depend on how you like to hold your hook and everything else. But now we're going to grab our next square, and we're going to start in the corner, and we're going to double crochet 2 into that corner space. And then just like when we joined the side, we are going to chain 2. Then we're going to remove our hook. We're going to insert our hook here in between the double crochet 2 and the first double crochet 3 cluster from the bottom square. We're going to reattach our hook, pull through, and then we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to skip 2, double crochet 3, then we're going to chain 2, remove our hook, we're going to insert it into the next space. Reattach your hook, pull it through, and then you're going to skip 2, and then you're going to double crochet 3. Then you're going to chain 2 again. So you're just going to use this pattern all the way across. You're going to insert your hook here into that next space, reattach your hook, pull through, skip 2 stitches, then you're going to double crochet 3. Chain 2, remove your hook, insert it into the space top down, reattach your hook, pull it through, skip 2, double crochet 3, chain 2, reinsert your hook in the next space, reattach your hook, pull through, and then you're going to do your double crochet 2 in the corner space. Then you're going to chain 2, and this is going to be where your corner is. So you're going to go ahead and in between the 2 double crochet 2 here, double crochet 2 in this chain space, you're going to go ahead and insert your hook, reattach, pull through. So when we are attaching this corner and we are going to attach our next square, we chain 2 and we attached the final corner to this one. Now we're going to slip stitch across. So basically we're just allowing ourselves to move from one row to the next row, and then we're going to chain 2 again, and then we're going to go ahead and start attaching our next square. So that way it'll just make sure it has like a seamless way of attaching. Now that we have our chain 2, we're going to take our final square for our 4, and we are going to start attaching it. So just like before, we are going to double crochet 2 to attach it in the corner. Then chain 2, remove the hook, and in this first space between the double crochet 2 and the double crochet 3, we're going to insert our hook from the top to bottom, reattach our hook, and pull it through, just like that. So you'll see that there's a space here because we're going to work along the bottom here first, then we'll come back around to do the other sides. So we're going to go ahead and skip 2, double crochet 3. We're going to go ahead and do that all the way across just like before. And I will meet you here at this corner so I can show you how we can finish this up. So I've officially finished attaching the 2 sides of these 2 squares. So I have my first row and I have my second row. And I have finished here with my double crochet 2 and then a chain 2. So to finish up, I'm going to remove my hook, and in that corner space, I'm going to go ahead and insert my hook top to bottom, reattach my hook, pull through, and now this is where you move it over to the side. And now we're going to just go ahead and go back to how we started, where we double crochet 2 in the corner space. Skip 2, double crochet 3. Skip 2, double crochet 3. And this is the pattern you're going to use along this side. One more. So you're going to use the same pattern along this side, and then you're going to do your corner with the double crochet 2, chain 2, double crochet 2, then repeat along the top, and you're going to repeat along this other side. The only difference will be in how we attach this corner. So I'm going to go ahead and finish around, and I'll show you how to attach this corner and how to join right here to connect these 2 squares for our second row. Alrighty guys, so I have crocheted all the way around our first square, or our third square for the first one of our second row, and I have finished the corner with the 2 double crochets. So what we're going to do is we're going to crochet 2 chains. We're going to do kind of what we did before, where we're going to remove our hook, and in this corner space from the first row, we're going to insert our hook. We're going to reattach it and pull through. And just like before when we slip stitched across, we're going to do that same thing. We're just going to slip stitch. Whoop. So we've now completely attached this square, and then we're going to go ahead and chain 2, and then we're going to go ahead and start attaching this square to its row. So we'll go ahead and double crochet 2, chain 2, and we're going to insert it between the 2 double crochets in the first cluster, and then we'll pull it through, and we're going to repeat that same process that we've done down here. We're going to do the exact same thing all along here, and then I will join you back up here to just repeat all the way around and show you how we're going to finish attaching our granny squares. So as you can see, I've finished joining these 2 squares, and I have finished the first part of this corner. So then we're going to chain 2. We're going to insert our hook in here just to join the corners. Then we're going to go ahead and double crochet 2 into that same corner space. And then we're going to skip 2 and double crochet 3 all the way across. And I'll show you how we are going to finish this up. So we are going to go ahead and repeat that skip 2, double crochet 3 all the way across. We'll double crochet 2, chain 2 in the corner, double crochet 2, and then we will continue all the way down this side, and I will show you how we're going to finish up going all the way around it's pretty simple, but I want to make sure that you got it, and that will be it. All right, guys, so to wrap up how to go all the way around, we have to finish our corner. So we have our chain, or our double crochet 2. We're going to chain 2 to finish this corner, and we are going to slip stitch to finish attaching, and then we're going to just do the reverse. So we're going to chain 2, and then we will do our 2 double crochets into the next corner space. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, slip stitch, then chain 2, 2 double crochets. And that is how we're going to go ahead and finish. We're just going to go ahead and skip 2, double crochet 3 all the way across. You're going to complete your corner with 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. You're going to continue, skip 2, double crochet 3 into the next stitch all the way across, and then at each intersection you're going to do that same method that we just went over all the way until the beginning, which I will show you just as soon as I finish. So to finish up your final corner, you're just going to do 2 double crochets back in that very first corner that we started with. Then you're going to chain 2, just like we would for a normal corner, and in the top of your original chain 2, you're going to insert your hook, and you're just going to slip stitch to join. Now you can fasten off, weave in your ends, and if you would like to block, you're more than welcome to. If I had a small one like this, I definitely would. For a full-size blanket, I find that the weight of the yarn itself makes it so it's not necessary. But if you want super crisp lines, especially for all of your intersections, and you want everything to lay super flat and be very, very straight and even, go ahead and you can block it. Just make sure that you use the method appropriate for whatever yarn that you are using. I hope that this was helpful and that you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what colors you're going to use and how big of a blanket you're going to make, and I would love to see your finished work. Thanks, guys.